Hi there, I'm Professor Juris, and I wanted to make you a quick video and just show you how to put your film in the camera so that you will be doing it correctly, and so that when you develop your first roll of film, you won't find it to be totally clear because it didn't go through the camera. So you may think you already know how to put your film in the camera, and that very may be true, but the little trick I'm going to show you guarantees your film is going through the camera. So the first thing you need to know is how to open up your camera. The camera I'm going to be using for this demo is this Leica R3, and I have another camera here, a Nikon. Now, they're both different as far as the way they open. On the Leica R3, all I have to do is pull up the film rewinding handle and pop it, and it'll pop the back open. On the Nikon camera, if I try to pull the film handle up, it's not going to come. And some students, want to grab that and yank it and stuff, and it just doesn't want to open. So what you need to do, there's a little button that's on here, and you really want to read your owner's manual over, and that'll give you all the little clues to the little nuances on every different camera, because they're all just a little bit different. But I just push this little thing over, and when I push it over, it unlocks that. And then I'm going to pop that out, and that'll pop the back open. Also, the threading is a little bit different in this camera. There's a little slot right here. On the back of the Leica, and the Leica has a speed load clip, which is right here, but they both basically work the same way. You want to put the tongue of the film into the clip. So when I open up my little container right here, and boy, these little containers are nice. You can store your spices in there. So I'll take my film right now, and I'm going to put my film and drop it down into here. And then I'm going to push my rewind knob back in place. Once I've pushed my rewind knob back in place, what I'll do is pull the tongue out of the film all the way out, and I'm going to stick it down into the slot in here and basically just get it stuck in there. And try to push it in as far as you can. Once I have it in, what I'm going to do is keep my thumb right here on the film to make sure it's going in smoothly. And I'm going to shoot the film one time. And this is where a lot of people make a mistake. They'll want to close their back right now and get ready to start shooting, and you don't want to do that. What you want to do is fire one off and then bring the film around another time. And even if it's a real important job, I'll usually do it even another time, and then that way I know the film is totally tracked on the spool right here, and that's really important. And in this place right here now, I'll go ahead and close my back up. And once I've closed my back, now comes the important technique, or the most important trick of the whole video, is make sure your rewind knob is tight. Now when I start shooting pictures, and I'm outside shooting pictures, I shoot a picture, I cock the film. Look at that. Do you see that? This little knob right here turning. You need to remember, you got to burn this into your brain, that when you're shooting pictures, you need to watch to make sure that's turning. Because if that's not turning, the film is not going through the camera. And if the film is not going through the camera, when you develop the film, it's going to be totally clear. If the film is totally clear and you could still read the writing on the film that was put on at the factory, whether it be Ilford or Kodak, if you can see that, that means you processed the film correctly, although it never went through the camera. Now here's another important thing. Once you're done shooting the film, what you need to do is rewind it before you open up the back. So in order to rewind the film, I'll take the little handle right here and open it up. And if you look, there's a little icon on there, a little indicator that shows you which way to turn the film. So I'm going to look at that. It's a little diamond on this particular case. It means I turn the film this way. When I go to start turning it, though, it's not turning. Some people force it and they break the handle off. There's a little button on the bottom of almost every camera, and this is the release. A couple of cameras, there's a couple rare oddities that have these buttons in different places, but 99% of the cameras have this little button on the bottom. So I'll push that button in, and then in this case I can rewind my roll of film. So I'll just go ahead and turn it like that. Once I get to the end and I wound it all in, I can go ahead and take this knob again, pull it up, and take my roll of film out. And there's my roll of film right there. So remember, just watch for the turning knob, and that means your film is going through your camera. Good luck.